My name is Tara Walrod, and this is my personal intro video. Just a quick timeline of my career. I received my bachelor's degree in math and education and my master's degree in school counseling, both from Kansas State University. Became a math teacher for 5 years in the North Kansas City School District, then have been an elementary school counselor in the Blue Valley School District since 2003, and most recently received my national board certification in 2013. I do serve in several leadership roles within my school, within the district, and within the state. Some of them related to this class specifically would be that I am on the school and district crisis team. I am the 504 coordinator and leader of our problem-solving intervention team. I am the building administrative designee when our building administrators out of the building. I'm the lead counselor for 21 elementary counselors in our district. And then I also am vice president for elementary counselors for the Kansas School Counselor Association. As I mentioned, I do work for the Blue Valley School District, which is a large district in Overland Park, Kansas. We have about 410 students. We do have an ESOL program and an autism center-based program. I am the only counselor, and we do have one principal. When I critically reflect on how my school administrator demonstrates knowledge of federal and state school law as well as board policy, when it comes to all students being encouraged to learn, I deemed it into 5 categories, including school safety, school violence, special education, employment evaluations, and then what I deem as other. As far as school safety, my principal, some examples of things I've seen her do include she has put cameras in the pods and outside. She's built had a fence built between the road and the playground. Implemented safety chains so car riders are safe in the front of our building. Make sure all doors are locked except for the one in the front for parents and patrons to use. She's also put a lot of procedures in place as far as parents, guests, and substitutes coming in and out of our building who can pick up or visit students and playground safety. And then she meets regularly with our crisis plan team. As far as school violence and bullying, we do have a code of conduct or a disciplinary policy. And she does refer to that school policy when problems occur. She also collaborates regularly with the SRO and me, the school counselor. And then our district has a bullying policy that the administrator needs to make sure and follow, and my principal does do that. School districts can be in legal trouble for failing to stop those behaviors. She is incredible knowledge in special education law. She was a school psychologist before becoming a principal, so she's taught me a great deal about Section 504, IDEA, different things related to LRE or the evaluation process. She also follows employment and evaluation practices reflected in policy and law. She follows the law by making sure to follow through with the entire evaluation process start to finish. She's careful to follow the timeline. She meets with everyone on evaluation at the beginning of the year to go over procedures, laws, and timelines, and she meets regularly with HR. As far as other, she spends time every year training our staff on FERPA, ESI, Jason Flat Act, testing policies and practice, attendance policies, and records. My current knowledge base, when I could treat my own personal knowledge of state and federal law along with school board policies, comes from a counselor perspective, in that a lot of my knowledge is related to case note and subpoenas, confidentiality, reporting suspected child abuse and neglect, self-harm and suicide, time constraints, which includes things like just because the day is over, we stay until the crisis is over, informed consent in order to see the counselor, social media and bullying policies and laws, and then since I am the head of our problem-solving team and 504 coordinator, I have become knowledgeable on several things related to that. As far as a safe learning environment for all students, we do have a district student and parent handbook, which I have read and has lots of different procedures and policies in it. But even with all these laws and policies, there's still a great deal of gray area I've found over the years. And policy and laws often look at individual students or situations, but it's important to assure that all students' needs are being met. The plan that I propose that will help improve or enhance my current knowledge of school law and board policies include this class. Time spent discussing, reflecting, laws and policies with my principal, human resources, the assistant superintendent, and superintendent. I would like to attend more board meetings so I stay up to date on policies. Understanding policies and procedures and how they came to be in our district or how laws came to be. Reading research and blogs, cases, books related to current policies in schools, and then spend more time on student and staff handbook, just getting more familiar with that.